If you're watching this on YouTube, don't turn it off. Seriously, there's good stuff possibly going to happen. Anyway, here's the titles. Don't turn us off.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. We all know that. Anyway, yes, hello. Welcome to the Flesh and Blood podcast. Have a lolly. And with me is, well, it's just Brian.
Hello.
There's nothing just about a Brian, obviously.
I mean,
But we're not sure where Eddie is. A little concerned. Dominic is with his girlfriend because it's her birthday. And happy birthday, love.
which makes total sense. Appropriate. This is a loud pass. Go for it. Hey.
No, I'll let Brian give you a hall pass on that one.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
We didn't used to have hall passes when I was young. I don't know if we have them over here now. But it wasn't over here, actually, because it was in Jersey and things were different back then.
I don't know if we have kids in school these days.
It's a scary thought, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Them running
Yeah.
out.
Kids at home, learning online.
Ours are at school at the moment. Fence news.
Uh-oh.
People going past have completely kicked it in. However, they are coming on Tuesday to fix it. But will I end up with just half a garden?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. A bit worried about that. But there we go. Ah, dear. So, had a good week?
Yeah, not bad week.
Why?
Well, I kind of, it was stressful, but it wasn't bad. It was kind of stressful. Trying to replace computers at work, and people don't know what they require or need, and everything gets screwed up.
It's got any sense you just say the top end. What is this? It's the mystery dots of mystery. Hang on. Wait for it. You just wait for this. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be
It's going
good.
to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to wow us.
I know. I'm sitting here. I'm on the edge of my... Well, I would be on the edge of my seat. I'm a bit too fat for that. But, the blue mystery dots of mystery are being mysterious.
mystifying.
Yes. Ah!
Yes.
Hello, dear. Your microphone's
See,
muted.
he did not disappoint.
No,
He's muted.
no, he didn't disappoint at all. He came in muted. Not unlike me last week.
Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yes, thank you. Hello.
Yeah, sorted.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's been actually a good kind of chill couple of days. So yeah, it's fine.
Sweet. That's all right. I was going to say, how's your week been? But there it is. Or at least the
Yeah.
last couple of days. Oh, dear. Oh, that's good.
And I found this, which was I lost ages ago. I got this for Christmas about 15 years ago.
Goodness me.
So my Tom Baker glass. So
It's like
cheers.
finding the old Burger King Star Wars cups and mugs.
Or the Batman one. It was with the Batman Forever cup set from Burger King. But less said, terrible fun. Great cups.
Burger King, you need to start doing this again.
Absolutely.
I tend to not really like going to McDonald's, but they did a promotion in mid-90s, early to mid-90s, where their cup lids had a Star Trek toy on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Oh, yeah.
Again, a thing I wished I had when I was little. Run around with a hand phaser and whatever.
Still buy it. I mean,
I did.
yeah.
I did. That
I'm
was a sad,
40
pathetic thing.
I'll be 48 this summer. I'll just go into Burger King. Yeah, what kind? You got Star Wars cups? I'll take them all.
Yeah. Hello, Sean. How you doing, sweetheart? Has your aim improved at all? That's always a big question.
Yep.
No.
It hasn't.
No, still shooting the wrong people for
Or-
moving cars.
Or is
was
he
it
just
a-
going around shooting fat people at random?
I can't see Twitter at the moment, so what's he saying?
He's haven't
Or
had
Twitch.
much
Haven't
practice
had much
yet.
practice yet.
Yeah, we gathered.
See,
Yeah.
I can recommend a good what we call airsoft pistol if you want to give it a try.
No,
I mean-
Brian, this is proper live ammunition.
Oh,
He's already
oh,
killed one fat person by mistake.
Oh, and this wasn't an emotion. This was in a stationary parked car.
Yeah.
Gill standing right in front of him. The guy's down there. He hits the guy. Explain it, Sean, because again, shocking.
The balaclava was nice though.
He did. He suited the balaclava.
Yeah, covered,
Yeah, it's a
covered
good
part
look,
of
yeah.
his face, which is no bad thing. Let's be
It's a
honest.
good look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dude must have been the Flash.
If he was the Flash, he would have outran the bullet, and you'd have missed.
Hang on
No,
a
let's not even
second.
go there.
Hang on a second. If only there was some sort of video evidence we could refer to.
We may have to look up a clip of this.
Yes, Sean was in a soap opera, a Scottish soap opera called
River City.
River City, where he failed to gun down the target he had, who was right in front of him, and shot a fat man instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but didn't he redeem himself by saving the life of the fat man?
He did, yes. The following evening, he was one of the nurses stroke doctors who was in the hospital that brought him back to life.
Genius. Hence the balaclava.
Yeah.
Cunning disguise.
You can't
Cunning
do murder on
disguise.
him then. I mean, he saved the guy's life.
Cunning
If
he's-
disguise.
most it's attempted murder.
He's a bold doctor that's looking for people to get shot so that he can cure them. So he goes about and shoots them himself.
Yep. The idea's here, BBC, if you want it. All right. 9 o'clock Sunday evenings. It'll be Water Cooler Moment TV.
Yep.
I'm pretty
Sean
sure they are
shoots.
as well. Sean shoots. Oh,
Sean shoots.
Sean shoots. Dot.
Sean shoots.
And we
There
get
we go.
celebrities in each week.
Celebrity
Finish
Sean
it.
shoots.
Yes.
It writes itself.
It does.
There you go.
I'll send it off to Alan Partridge immediately. Yes. Okay, so it's just the three of us tonight, as you may have gathered. Oh dear. Back to form. Next week, Toby Haydock is joining us to talk about Quatermass and the Pit. Because we'll finally get some intelligence about it. Tonight, we are looking at Quatermass 2. We are looking at Speared from Space. We are looking at Dalek Universe number 1.
Watched the film, but I've seen.
And
I thought we
Blake
were
7
looking at
episode
some of it.
Weapon.
I thought we were
Yes.
looking at the Time Lord Victorious.
No. Okay, so things are normal here.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I did ask, and everyone said, "Oh, let's look at Dalek Universe."
That universe.
If only
Okay.
we had some sort of video material as reference.
If only, Brian learned how to.
Listen and understand human.
I wrote it down at the time, so because I do
That's
forget.
cheating. That's cheating.
That's cheating. I may have to do that.
Oh man.
Well, I looked at the 8th Doctor and the 10th Doctor one.
Both.
I can talk about both.
It's a set.
We'll
It's
do a
what you
du-
just
we'll
said.
do a double review, everyone. That'll be fun.
That'll work.
And the Blake 7 episode, Weapon, where my numbering system finally makes sense. Haha. Though I'm still annoyed with Chibnall for bloody well destroying over Doctor Who. Anyway, yeah, so we've discussed what's news. Do we have any news? Oh, we do.
We do.
My original plucky girl assistant, Jo. She's got her own podcast coming out.
Excellent.
I think it's called The Lunchtime Theory. And for the life of me, I can't remember what she's looking at for the first one. It's on Facebook. Sorry. But, yeah, so, bookmark or look up The Lunchtime Theory. I don't
Is
know
it
if
on Facebook Watch
I'm sorry?
or Is it on Facebook Watch?
No, I believe it's going to be a proper downloadable podcast.
Okay.
I believe. I don't think it's out just yet. I should get in touch with her and ask her and just, we'll plug the details. The fledgling flies the coop. It's sad. Dog's still being weird. Jakes.
Clearly, there's going to be an earthquake.
You make a point. You make a point. She does this thing. She'll be sat next to me, and then suddenly she'll look in one particular direction intently, and it's the same
that's
direction.
Ghost.
It's the same direction every time.
Yeah, that's Ghost.
I just think she's.
We've got
Go on.
no, just we've got our dogs around our estate, if you can call it that, estate, are going a bit nuts just now, and we've discovered the reason. We've got a rat infestation in our street.
That's
So,
not good because rats can
no.
bite dogs and it's infectious.
Well, Sean won't hear this because Sean's terrified of rats. He won't admit to it, but he is terrified. He's
Yeah,
phobia.
but now you've said it,
You
think
need
of
to
all the
prepare your
days of
toilet
silence
for
you now have. Angela won't
so,
have to do any washing for people. It'll be great.
It's apparently it's because in the main street, which we're not far from, the restaurants, because they are not like leaving out scraps and
I've
stuff
seen
like
this
this.
on the news.
They're moving
Yes,
out.
They're going
Yeah.
further afield.
yes,
So,
I've seen it on the news. You're quite
I
right.
heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So and we've got a decking at our back garden, so we're going to have to check that there's no rats underneath the decking. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
There we are.
Just
Topical
don't look
news.
for a Rat King. A
Done.
Rat King is really
We've
rough.
done topical news.
yes.
That's
Rats.
pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. I wonder if I could get the taxpayer to pay for a complete redecoration of my flat.
Why
If
not?
I can't get the taxpayer, perhaps I can get donors to.
Set up an account,
can
set
brand
up a
a section
Patreon, and
of
ask people to companies. Yeah.
Right, hang on a second.
Isn't there anybody you can text out there to get to say that you want
very,
some funds
very
to decorate your
probably.
flat?
Very probably, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my former assistant sort of left under a cloud, and he might go around saying things. Just keep him shut.
Oh.
Hello, Yokasami. I'm not sure. Have we met before? But hello, I have a terrible memory. We have. Oh, this is good. Okay, Brian, you said yes very quickly. Why?
Because I recognize the name from past weeks. It's a very distinctive name.
I can't remember anything. So there we go. Should we talk about
Yes, I
Quatermass?
actually pay attention to the chat, people. I see you. I see everything.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, hearts, of course.
I am
yes.
IT, so
Hearts. You see everything, do you?
oh, everything.
Thank God I've got a pop shield on.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So use your imagination now. What sort of everything are you seeing? With luck, his brain should break.
Well, let's put it this way. There is a reason I have a personal policy of not looking through pictures when I have to transfer data for
Data.
people. Data
Data
from one.
What are you,
computer to the-
Pulaski or what?
Hey, I might be Pulaski. Data's a name. Data is information.
No, it's all data.
I don't look through pictures.
It's all
and
data.
It's safer this way.
That's okay. That's probably very wise, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Especially after we had to have 2 people arrested and fired.
Right, moving on. Shall we start talking about Quatermass?
Sure, please.
Let's talk about this. Right, the second Professor Quatermass and his plucky girl assistant Leo Pugh. Well, they've had a bit of bad news. The rocket motor they had in Australia has sort of done a very big explodey thing. And that sort of put them back. In the meantime, Captain Jimmy, can't remember his second name, as basically he's in charge of what looks to be like a radar training unit, mobile radar training unit, and they track these meteorites coming down. And it's not the first time either. And indeed, there were talk about a year or so back of, the large object in the sky and goodness knows what else. Anyway, Jimmy goes to tell Quatermass because a farmer has gone a bit funny after finding one of these meteorites. And Quatermass goes, okay. And so they go and look. And then the end of episode 1 happens because Jimmy gets infected by one of these meteorites. I'm not going to say any more per se. This is Quatermass 2. And we have watched, well, some of us have watched the... Are you typing? You see, he's typing very quietly there. No, there it is. There it is.
Now you know what your angry typing sounds like.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, the angry Titans.
No. When she gets going, when we're on Discord, it's angry typing. It's very...
If only we had some sort of video evidence of this.
Can we get this
We
next
may
show?
soon.
Anyway, we looked at both the TV series and the film starring Brian Donlevy, who, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, has a lot of trouble pronouncing Quatermass's name. It's as if he speeds up when he says it. So it's Quatermass. That's all you hear from him. I'm Quatermass. What? You what? The TV series exists in all 6 episodes. And it is joyous. It's wonderful. The quality is better than the Quatermass experiment, even though it's only 2 years later. They've had the luxury of filming,
Budget.
location filming. Yes.
I think they had a budget increase too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised considering how popular the Quatermass experiment was. Plus, just looking at it, it does look like the equipment had improved. Camera equipment. I could be wrong. Someone else will know and they can tell me. But it does look, because it just looks clearer. Either the filming equipment was better or the transfer onto film was better. I know what I mean. It's in my head. Leave it there for a bit. All right? It'll cook. This is wonderful. I mean, I've always said this about Quatermass. I adore Quatermass. It's just a wonderful Earth invasion story with Quatermass gradually finding out the horror behind it. And remember, this isn't a kid's job. This isn't Doctor Who. This is adult stuff, where warnings have to be given before each episode for viewers of a nervous disposition and children. Viewers of a nervous disposition and children are not allowed to watch this, or something. The steps Quatermass takes to discover this are actually quite logical up to a point. And in the film, it's like he's being struck with eureka moments every time. He just seems to automatically know what's going on. Of course, Roger Delgado's in Quatermass too.
Conrad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to James Fullerlove. Anyway, and of course, Inspector Lomax. Which in the film version wasn't played by Jack Hawkins this time. It's probably, I don't know, zombie Dixoning again. But it's just wonderful to see, just within 2 years, how far they'd come. You know, how that, the visual effects were in their infancy at the BBC. They really were. Jack Wilkie and Bernard Klein set up the visual effects department. And at one point they were the visual effects department. And indeed, you'll get something from another new department next week, which we shall mention. There's just great stuff. It really is great stuff. I need to remind me to ask Toby about one of the workmen at Winnerden Flats, would you? That's the name of
Okay.
the town that used to exist. But got built over by, what looks to be like
Top
a
secret
refinery.
government project.
A top secret, yeah, indeed. Where, if you look closely, you'll see John Pertwee running around in his cape and everything. It's pure Pertwee-side. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of pipes and refineries and this sort of thing. You expect to see a Primoid at any second. Except this is in black and white, and it just looks so much better as a result. I got to think about black and white. I just like it. For some things, it just really suits. You know what I mean? So, Eddie, we'll start with you because you've seen both of them, even though you are having a lovely little tippity-tappity-typey message. I want to know what you're doing.
I'm trying to get into Twitch so I can see the chat room, but I've given in. See, when you forget your password with Twitch, it's easier to actually give blood than it is to actually try and get back into Twitch if you forgot your password. So
Can't
Yeah.
you just
I
go
give
in
in.
as can't you just go in as a guest? Just
Yeah, but I think as a guest you can't see the chat room. So I've given in. Chat room, sorry. You're in Brian's capable hands tonight.
Oh, sorry.
This was,
go on, do talking.
well, I was just going to say.
Have you had a haircut?
Oh yes, I did. Yes, I had my annual lockdown cut haircut. Bit severe, but it needed
Basically, you went up to the northern end of Scotland and got yourself sheared by a wee man
done. Wee man called
Who's-
Hamish.
who should have gone to
Hamish.
Specsavers.
Yes, it's a bit severe, but you know what? That could be me.
That's
for
not what
another
I
year,
meant.
so-
That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm getting my hair done on Friday. I can't wait.
Oh, cool.
My hair
Getting
next
mine on
Sunday will
Saturday.
actually look halfway decent. Which
It's-
one? The
it's
one on
just-
your face or the one on your head?
God.
Why don't you just take it off and wash it?
It grew attached. It doesn't come off anymore.
Oh dear, it's a Shatner toupee.
It's
It's a living organism.
yeah. It's kind of like a Venom symbiote now.
Oh,
I hear it talking to me a lot.
okay. Seek help, professional help.
Mm.
Right. So
It recognized Trump's toupee as one of its own, which scares the ever living hell out of me. I might go into politics now.
hey, hang on a second. You can get them to mate.
No,
The MAGA crowd would fucking love it.
they must be kept separate
Or
for the good of all mankind.
Okay, so this is a Gremlins warning, basically.
Hmm.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, this could be a Gremlins thing. We might
Yeah.
have a Gremlins situation.
No,
on
we
our
wouldn't
hands.
like to do that. You'd have to go to Florida. Ever
Yeah,
been to
we're going
Florida?
Florida. I
I've
went
been,
when I was
yes.
very small.
Yeah, you got a place there.
It's a nice place, yeah.
No, have you got a place there?
I have got a place there, yeah.
Oh, what'd you do down there?
Oh, a bit of fishing,
Mhm.
but wearing beads.
Did you throw
sort of
beads?
out.
Throw beads at people?
Absolutely, it's part of part
Oh,
parcel.
that's fair enough. Do you take your clothes off and go swimming?
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay, fair enough. Right here.
I'm just gonna be the rhino on the wall now.
I'm still
enough.
waiting my pipe. I'm going to get a pipe.
I did give you.
I'm gonna get
Last week I
harmonic.
gave you a link to some pipes.
You did, yes,
Yes.
but I think I might get a fully blown proper pipe.
A proper
But
pipe,
the
not,
back of
not
it-
a blow bubbles
Proper
pipe.
No, get proper.
We could have had bubbles on the show.
I know, but
I'm
Angela
gonna see
went
if
away.
I'm getting a harmonica now, just because.
Oh, my poor ears. What did I do with that?
no, I'd like to go with my Doctor Who cup. That cup he's got with a snake. I want a snake cup.
I
I bet that's a Texas thing. I bet you could get that in Texas.
I've lost a thing.
Mexico, he got it. Mexico, Texas. Yes.
Yeah,
Love to go to
somewhere
Mexico.
southwest. Yeah, you can look on Amazon later.
I'll give that a look.
Keep going.
What on? Quatermass cups.
Well, you're supposed to be talking to us about Quatermass 2.
Quatermass, right?
I
So
lost my
it's been
lighter.
a, it's been a few years since I've seen the film, but I've seen that film countless times. I'd never seen the TV show before, so watching it on YouTube, bad. The sound kept cutting out, and there was a one of the comments on YouTube said that the part 6 is incomplete on YouTube. And then kindly, this very nice fella puts in a link to archive.org that's got the full thing in its glory, and it's really, really good. The first thing that came to mind is a lot of exposition. I know you're saying the quality's better, Siobhan, and I know you're saying that it's obviously bigger budget and better technology, but
I'm guessing so.
it's just-
I don't know too much about Quatermass.
when you watch it and his daughter's talking about this dream she had where she's in a rocket and everything's black and it's everything's explained in all intricate detail, and my son who watched a bit of it with me explained, well, it's because it's filmed live and it's theatre.
Yeah, exactly.
So but today you just know that would be a scene and that'd be a dream sequence and it would be big budget and you would see it in all its glory, but you don't miss it because it's just really so well written. So, albeit that everybody speaks like this.
It's not just
Everybody
that.
is.
It's a case of, oh gosh, I am being stupid, aren't I?
Yes.
When she
Yeah,
gets
it's
sharply
a pity,
corrected
so.
about something. Would you excuse me a moment? I have an issue. Carry on talking, Eddie. I need to go and do walking.
So we've got you've got two camps. You've got the people who speak like this, and then you've got the lads in the bar from the village that's near where Quatermass is based. And everybody speaks like this, and it's like, there's Mrs. Best.
Or you're a little bit sort of you're working class,
Working class,
basic
yeah.
RADA working class.
Did the TV show do the jig? Do the dance?
There was a little in the pub, but they didn't make a big
Yeah,
deal of it. There was a little dance.
it was the 25th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and so there was a little bit of something like that, but
All right.
not quite. But anyway, carry on, Eddie, please.
So it's obviously the whole class thing. You see, it's fascinating. And then you're watching it, and then there's the bit in it where he meets the vagrant tramp.
Yeah.
Is that Harold Steptoe's dad?
It is the paedophile Wilfred Brimble, yes.
Yeah, it was like even bits like that, and it was like he was talking about the good old days because they've got this new estate where if you're a vagrant, you got there. They actually expect you to do odd jobs to give you a sandwich, but no, it's in the good old days. Your vagrants were treated correct, and they didn't have to do it. People accepted that was their job, was to do nothing, and lounge about. I was like, where did this come from? There was a bit that really fascinated me, right? Siobhan, you watched the TV show as well.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the poor family that were having the picnic at the beach?
Didn't you?
Did-
You missed it. You obviously missed the point. Slightly later on, after they cut away, you hear gunfire.
Oh, that's terrible.
And
Oh.
Quatermass passes the area on his way out.
Does Quatermass kind of just basically accepts it's a diversion? So
He doesn't know what it is.
Preoccupied.
He doesn't know they're there. This goes on without his knowledge.
Is this in the film? Because it's just
No,
it's a nice wee couple who go to that little bit of beach every year. Because I couldn't remember it from the film, and they've got their son there who's in his. And I remember as a kid wanting one of those kind of snorkels with the flippers for the beach. But totally impractical and absolutely made no sense. But you just want something you wanted. Oh, that's kind of disturbed me a little bit.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
again, it's shown off screen. You hear it, but Quatermass knows nothing about it. That's just innocent bystanders that have just been killed.
Just because the guy wanted a sandwich and was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
so
He
that's
was
kind of
other.
thrown me a little bit.
Well, think Body Snatchers. What did they do? You know, they
Yeah,
killed whoever wasn't one of them.
because that was the other thing in the archive.org version, Siobhan and Brian. It gave you the forewarning, it gave you the full experience. So it was the bit that came up at the start, not in BBC. It was like, not
Right.
for viewers of a nervous disposition or viewers or younger viewers. And
Eddie,
as it
if
starts
you're
on-
going to say this, please go and get dressed in full white tie and tails.
next week.
That's
Next week.
Yeah, that's how they used to do announcing back in the day. We're going to dress up for radio.
At the bit at the start every week, so it was next episode, 8 p.m. Saturday.
Yes.
And then it get moved, and it was 9 p.m. on Saturday. They kept putting it back later and later.
Wonder why.
So but by episode 5, it's 9 o'clock on Saturday. So I wonder if there was complaints, or at the time it was little Jimmy gets to stay up later on a Saturday, and really, it's just the things around it fascinated me as well. Just the BBC War and the introductions. The other thing that kind of disturbed me was poor Roger Delgado. But again, at least it was like his final breath before he's overtaken by the alien power. He still managed to get that phone call in so that the story's going to get out there. That's like stunning stuff. Nice one, Master. I'm impressed with that. But overall, it's great bits of sci-fi. You sit and watch this, and again, obviously, right, Doctor Who, I was influenced by this. Did this predate Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Because
Did it come out in what year? Did it come out?
Quatermass 2, 1955.
1955. It predated Body Snatchers by 1 year. That was
Right.
what I was going to bring up. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's bits of Body Snatchers in there. See that tune at the start of it as well. They quote him. Young John Williams must have watched that, because you watch that and it's it's Star Wars. It's the opening of Star Wars.
No. I've got to slightly curve you off slightly. It's actually Mars, the Bringer of War by Gustav Holst, part of the Planet Suite.
Right. So
It
Gustav
is
Holst
an absolutely fantastic piece of music. You
Brilliant.
can visualize
Yes.
it as the music just brings visions.
The
to your mind.
music brings a visual to the entire procedure.
It really
procedure.
does. Listen to the whole of Mars, the Bringer of War, because
I think I love
also
You know what?
it
We
was
should
also,
post that in chat for the viewers.
if you wish, yeah. The what's it now? Hang on, my brain's gone wibbly wobbly. Shit.
Have the Portsmouth Symphonia done a version of it that we can listen to?
No, I don't believe so.
Wow.
Well,
But I mean,
It's got a thing
I
there.
heard this. Well, it was on the. Oddly enough, I was just watching a video of it. Well, not of Mars. BBC Space Themes. There's a record that was released in the late 70s, which had full-length stereo version of Blake 7. It had Tomorrow's World. All
All right, I'm posting it in chat, but it's going to have to be redone by.
Well, I can't actually see it. Can you post it in Discord?
Can't
chat?
actually. I can post it in
I'll
Discord.
I'll
as well.
plop it in. It's an amazing piece of music.
It's
It really
great,
is.
and it just. I mean, it opens up with that, and you're totally soaked in. I mean, it gets the old adrenaline.
I'm just going
levels
to leave it playing in the background for this entire show.
No, don't. Well, as long as I can't pick it up, that's fine.
You can pick it up. Don't worry about it. It's in my head.
Hang on. There we go. Right, here we go, chat. Here is the link for Mars, the
Copy
Bringer
link.
of War.
Up one.
And I hope I'm not stealing Brian's thunder here, but you watch that, and there's another piece of sci-fi classic sci-fi that obviously took a lot of influence from this. So we've got the aliens landing, coming into Earth, invading, landing, opening up, attaching to your skin, so like a living skin. The Tomorrow People, Roger Price obviously watched this as well, and still it's obviously made it better. Obviously,
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
Evans took it to the next level.
You are
Oh,
a
yeah,
sad
those-
and
those
twisted
skins
wee
were-
Scott. You
Yeah.
really are. Oh,
It's just-
dear.
It's you watch this, and there's so many sci-fi projects, sci-fi programs, films that owe a lot to this. This is just it's
Right?
amazing.
I'm listening to it
Totally.
now, and I hear like the black hole
Yeah,
from Disney.
I get the whole. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I just visualize Mars and some sort of alien war. It's very dark skies and smoke and everything
Right?
like that. It's a bit like the visualization you get from War of the Worlds, the Jeff Wayne.
Jeff
If
Wayne
they
double
had this
album.
music in that John Carter movie a couple years ago, it wouldn't have sucked quite so
I
much.
suppose if they didn't, I'm surprised. I am. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So, did you enjoy the TV series and did you enjoy the film?
I did. So obviously, it's like you said, the TV series gets a little bit extra time to breathe because it's not got the constraint of time. that
I mean,
film
the whole
has.
ending's changed for a start.
Yeah. And the whole thing, the TV show's darker. I mean, I must have missed the gunshot, but because I was like wondering what happened to the family. It's dark, it's adult, it's sci-fi. Yeah, it's of its time, and we've got the stereotypical working class and middle class and upper class, but it's you watch this, and it's like again, it's classic sci-fi, and it's the building blocks for a lot of sci-fi that followed it.
What is
So, part of our history.
What is the comment on society that Neil's making? What is his fear in this particular one that he's transposed into his science fiction?
You asked that last week. No, I didn't.
This
get that
time,
far.
I believe it might be the fear of communism, infiltration.
That I can see that.
Yeah.
I
Not
could
only
be wrong. Again,
infiltration, but the aliens are working together as a whole
the
collective.
aliens are already
Symbiote.
here. You know.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
already here. They're working as a collective. They're one organ. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
It's a lot of fear of the other.
Yes, but again, this
Yeah.
isn't necessarily Neil's own thoughts, own views about foreigners. It's just he's trying to surf the zeitgeist of the time, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think anybody's ever used that with Nigel Neal before.
When were the McCarthy hearings in America? I need to look that.
If only we had an American here who could tell us.
Right?
Do we have one in chat?
Any Americans around anywhere? I mean, I know I've been trying to get rid of them, but come on.
McCarthy hearings, 1954. So it came out right after they had the communist hearings in Washington.
God, that was madness.
Yeah.
That was a group of people just group madness. Terrible. Anyway, right. So, Brian,
Yes.
do talking, please.
So I watched the movie.
Hooray for you. You saw
Yay
Professor...
me.
Wait a minute.
You
Wait a
got you got Sidney James. You got Sidney
Yes,
James.
Sid James instead of Roger Delgado.
I still don't like this.
That's not a
Quatermass.
sentence I often thought I'd say.
No. No.
No, Brian Donnelly.
I got
that's it.
tipped.
We're done with him now. That's it.
Yeah.
He did step out of his Mac at one point. I did notice that. I thought it was
I got
glued
gypped.
to him.
I really would have preferred Delgado.
It's a good film, though. To be fair, like I say, there's a
it's
few
not
logical
bad.
leaps.
It's a lot of
but-
logic leaps. Quatermass still not likable at all.
Yep.
The barmaid who does the little Irish jig thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually sad when she got taken over.
You're a prevert.
I
just
got
saying.
sad. She's there gasping for breath. They tell her,
I'm
"Put
not
it down.
falling for it. I'm not falling for
Stop.
it. You're a prevert.
Put it down slowly. Don't put
Uh-huh.
just
Yeah,
set it.
yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, right.
you know.
Okay, right. Okay, you're a prevert. I'm sorry, but you are.
I would have given her mouth to mouth. I'm not saying it. I mean, she's obviously gasping for breath.
See? Prevert.
I want to help. I'm a giver.
Siobhan,
And,
stop it. Don't go there.
This actually went in a direction that I wasn't expecting. When they're in the pressure control room
Yes.
and they have the oxygen flooding into the domes,
Yep.
the thing they stuffed the pipes with to
Yep.
stop the oxygen from coming in, that went in a direction I was not expecting at all.
I have a question about this, and
Mhm.
not about the oxygen per se, but it's the old guy, the foreman, the who says he's going to come out. Is it the same actor from the TV and the film? Because they're very similar. This is a question for. We need to start writing down these.
We need
Yeah.
to ask Toby these things.
No, we need to ask Toby these things. It's oh dear. Nick Briggs is going to be coming on the show soon. Just
Oh,
so you're
good.
aware. You can have your intermediate podcast exam.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I probably should not have posted that in chat then.
What's that? No, hey, you are allowed to express your views. Plus, it's not on YouTube. So
Thank God.
I could make it on YouTube.
Go ahead.
However, I'm pretty sure we get a load of howl around. Right, so yeah.
So yeah, no, this was fine. I liked it. It had the standard bug-eyed monster at the end. I'm kind of used to it in the beginning. American sci-fi usually from the 50s usually had it much sooner.
Mhm.
I did really enjoy the whole body snatchers aspect of it, or what they called the zombies from the workers.
It's a shame you didn't see the TV version because it's so much more atmospheric.
I only had so much time.
That's fair enough. But I bet you watched Quatermass in the Pit.
I'm gonna watch Quatermass in the Pit after the show. Are you kidding me?
TV and film.
Yeah.
You need to watch the TV series.
I'm telling you, I have 5 million years to Earth on my hard drive.
Don't
right now.
forget 5 million years to Earth. We're talking Quatermass and the Pit from the BBC.
I know it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the whole. Oh, well, okay. I have Quatermass in the Pit, which in America was changed to 5 million years to Earth.
Yes.
It's the Hammer version I have.
There was only the Hammer version. Yep. As a film.
Yep. And I will be watching all 6 parts of the regular Quatermass in the Pit.
Right, you heard
from
that
the
here.
TV.
You heard that here. All right, next week, if he's buggered up, you'd better have a good excuse, my lad. You're not too big for me not to be able to slap your legs. Ooh,
Any money in
threatened
it for me
violence
to
on the
let you?
flashing blade. What?
Any money in it for me if I let you do that?
You can have a lolly.
It's not the same.
It's the best I can do.
You know.
It's the best I can do. I'm sorry. You can choose the flavour.
I'm certainly not paying you for it. I mean,
You can choose the flavour.
well, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just, just
Just
like that.
saying.
Anyway, so you both enjoyed it?
Yes, I enjoyed
Yes.
it a lot.
It's just going to get better.
I like the fact that there was much more action in this.
Yes, yeah, very much so. Like I say, just within two years, the difference in production is quite remarkable. And I mean, I was
Not only
last
that,
week,
but a year before Body Snatchers came out, the
Oh, yeah.
Pod people,
the
the original Pod people.
I forgot what I was saying now. It was something about television production, so that wouldn't have been important.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, in case you're wondering what's happened to it. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. So anyway, some meteorites fall and get picked up by a unit radar team. They land, which meteorites have a tendency not to do.
Have we had this somewhere else?
Yeah, and apparently the meteorites contain the essence of an alien that needs to be put together in a tank.
Have you been preparing for this, Siobhan? Are you trying to put themes together?
Oh my
This-
God, I
Who?
believe she is.
I'm scared.
It's very similar. You can see why Nigel Neal got pissed off, can't you? Oh my! What Spearhead from space? Spearhead from space. Yeah, first John Pertwee story, and it's a lot of fun. Now, apparently, we've looked at this on the show before. I don't remember it, but I don't remember what I had for tea yesterday, frankly. Well, it reminds me, I've got to have some tea tonight. I had an apple.
You need
had
something
an
a little
apple.
bit more substantial than an apple.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't deliver the donuts,
Oh,
which was
Oh, well,
a bit
in
of
that
bit of a problem, if I'm honest with you. Anyway, yeah, Spared from Space, third Doctor story, if he is the third Doctor, where he falls out of the TARDIS and lands face first in a cowpat. I'm sorry, but it does, and then it happens again at the end of the first episode. He gets shot and falls face first into another cowpat. Look, in my head, this is canon. I'm just saying. All right. This is a lot of fun. Again, it's all done on film due to problems at the BBC. I can't remember if it was a strike or not. So they ended up going up to, I think it was some sort of BBC Technical College or something like that, where they managed to find practically all the locations they needed to make it on film instead of film and studio. So it was saved. Indeed, the same place was used for Robot, Tom Baker's first story, which was all shot on video rather than film. So there we go. That was boring. Anyway, so Eddie, tell us about Spearhead from Space and any obvious similarities to something else.
Yeah, as a bit like something else that we watched this week.
Yeah.
I seriously, I never put that together though. I'm thinking of all these things that influenced, and the Doctor Who that we actually watched this week didn't come to mind. So I'll do it for you. There we go. Always at hand.
I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, I'm doing it
However,
myself.
now you've done it.
Yeah, I think I deserve it.
Oh, well, he's now self-unworthying. This is a worrying development.
I'm doing it at work now as well. I get told off at work at the cat comes out.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, what happened there? I've lost a monitor.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Oh.
So classic bit of sci-fi. It's the debut of our third Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Some would argue my Doctor, one of the better Doctors.
This is
so-
your favorite Doctor, isn't it?
I always said that until Matt Smith. Matt Smith is my favourite Doctor, and I always said the third Doctor. Pertwee's a close second now. But it was the Doctor I was brought up with. It was the Doctor that I remember first. Are we? Oh, mate, we've lost noise again.
Yeah, it's... Oh,
So I'll try and... Oh, we're back.
Yeah, I had the microphone
So-
pointed the wrong way round. Sorry, my monitor just went off.
Flashing Blade, keeping up our professional standards,
Damn
ladies and
straight.
gentlemen.
Damn straight. This is how we do it, boys and girls. This is how we do it.
As a tattoo connoisseur, this is one of my favourite Doctor Who's, because obviously we get to see the Doctor gets to regenerate and develops a tattoo.
You've
That
reminded
was-
me of something. Keep going. You
Yeah.
reminded me of something I was going to do. Keep going, please.
And again, this is what family viewing, but the Autons are absolutely terrifying. I mean, even today that holds up. The whole thing with the high street and the Autons coming through the windows and their fingers dropping off and the guns. Well, I think it's really to say that the Autons do get bad press because they never hit any kids, they never hit any women. It's always the guys that get hit. And some spectacular falls with the stuntmen that work on these. We have them doing flips and backflips and fantastic work, BBC stunt team. So it's just... I always confuse this with the other one that we did watch. We definitely did watch, which
Terror of the
is the one with
Autons.
Agada. Terror of the Autons.
Ah.
I always get them mixed up. But
So I remember
I'm
doing that one.
Yeah, I think you and Brian did this one before I joined.
Ooh,
Because it's definitely
this
been
might
done.
be an old one, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have blotted it
Yeah.
from our memories.
But
There are
it's just-
reasons we blocked this stuff out.
Right, okay.
But again, this is a good drawn adult sci-fi that's pitched as family entertaining. It's classic, but a classic bit of sci-fi. And yeah, now that I've watched it, and now that I've watched Quater and Last 2 alongside it, and now I've been enlightened, I'll never view it the same again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Didn't want to ruin anything for you.
No. It's, again, like I said, Quater and Last was the grounding and influence for a lot of classic sci-fi. That's been one of them.
This is from the Third Doctor's Twitter feed.
Oh,
Woke up, good grief, still dizzy. What am I wearing? Why won't this ship fly straight? Or is it me? Still dizzy, you know. Right, stand by, I'm going to land her. Odd, the control room looks a lot smaller. Dizzy, must get fresh air. Ah, the English can... Awake, just, can smell cow dung. Where are my Still groggy. Nurse looks a bit of all right, though. She's a fosspot, mind. Manhandled me, and not in a good way. Tried to be polite. Unhand me, madam. Last time I tried that. Still, that medic chap let me have my shoes. Which, is nice. Sod the TARDIS I've got next week's winning pools coupon on the other shoe. A fellow's going to need the money, Oh, I forgot to mention it. That fool Lethbridge Stewart turned up. Claimed not to know me. Probably just jealous of my stunning new good looks. Hang on. The porters arrived, probably to take me for a well-deserved spa treatment. A chap needs it after forced regeneration, Some spa centre this is. I've just been bloomin' well kidnapped by its own porters. Managed to give them the slip. Can't say I think much of the centre's sit-down mobility devices. I had to use my own hands to power it. Anyway, I think I found the TARDIS. Oh, would have done if I hadn't screwed that up. Yes, I'll just have a quick word with those squaddies and tip them for looking after her. Ow, my head. Well, that was the first episode of the third. It's there. It's at the Third Doctor. It's the_3RD third _Doctor. It goes up to about the middle of the Ambassadors of Death. I keep meaning to go back to it. It's quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite funny, but you have to take your own time to read. Yeah. So there's that. What did you make of it, Brian? Spared from Space?
I liked it.
Oh, good.
I didn't see it I didn't see the similarity until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we're just watching the same show over again.
I did tell you to watch out for the opening scenes because they're very similar.
They are. I'm just happy that, Colonel Lethbridge Stewart showed up again.
Brigadier
this
now,
time,
actually.
Well, okay. This is his first real stint. I want to say second stint.
Second. Yeah.
Long time.
We haven't done the invasion yet, and we will do. Trouble is, it's
Okay.
8 episodes long, and I don't know if you guys have got the time for it. And at some stage, we'll have to look at the War Games. That's 10 episodes long.
Oh my!
I'd like to do the Daleks Master Plan, but there's only 3 episodes of it surviving. And the audio is great, but it's 12 episodes long. Plus Mission to the Unknown, 13 episodes. You wouldn't have time of day. Quite frankly.
That's an entire season.
Which reminds
Yeah.
me, quickly, I forgot about this. I put my disc for Quatermass 2 in. Xbox wouldn't recognise it. And I had a similar problem with Quatermass Experiment, except I managed to get it recognised so I could watch Quatermass Experiment.
Are they for a different region?
No, they're not. And they used to work fine. So I've actually had to go out and buy a whole new box set of Quatermass. Luckily, that was very cheap. If it works, I'll send one of you the DVDs.
Nice.
They may work on your system, they may not do. But there we go.
I just download everything these days.
Which reminds me,
I stream.
25th of April. We've got 5 days now till Adam Purcell's birthday. Be very careful.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and Eddie, remind me to tell you about the Eurovision Song Contest at the end. After
Oh,
the-
yes.
Hold it.
Yes.
Yeah. If that wasn't random and vague, I don't know what was. Did you like Speared from Space?
Always. Yes. This is
You
the
can't go
second
wrong
time I
with
loved
it.
it.
Really? Just the second?
Well, second time on the show I've loved it.
Oh, righty-ho. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so we're not going to say anything too intelligent about Speared from Space. Robert Holmes script where he starts to find his feet. Like I say, great production by accident. Yeah, look, it's a good one. Go and get the Blu-ray of it. Because it was shot on film, they were able to upscale it and take a proper Blu-ray print. And of course, Mark Ayres did wonders with sound and whatever. I don't think it's a 5.1 mix though. I just think it's.
Sean's got a Pertwee box set. I wonder if he's got the Blu-ray one. I can't get any chat to find out.
Oh well, if he's still watching, Sean, have you got Spearhead from Space on Blu-ray? There we go. I did asking.
Thank you.
That's all
It's
right.
like your
It's an
channel.
old DVD set,
There you go.
not Blu-ray.
No,
All right.
no.
Shame on him.
Yeah, frankly,
Yeah, shame on him.
it's. I mean, come on, you're getting on now. He needs to help his wizened father.
You watch that though. It makes you miss. I think Liz Shaw deserved more time. Liz
I
Shaw's
agree.
a great assistant.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
a feeling she might have been pregnant. I say that about a lot of people. Her
I think you're right. I think you're right.
and yeah, I just think it's a shame. And I know that Barry Letts regrets the way it was handled, or regretted the way it was handled. But there we go. But they were, it's a shame. But it's a good little team, especially season 7. You've got the Brigadier Liz and the Doctor. It worked. Just for that 1 year, it worked. The show wouldn't have been sustainable to keep going in that direction for much longer, I don't think. 2-3 series, and that would been it. But Barry
We
Letts-
forgot to say this was also the color episode.
yes, it was in colour.
Yeah.
Do you mean the
It was
first,
the
first
first
colour?
First
Right.
color episode.
Okay. I thought you'd been sort of scribbling on your monitor again with crayons.
No.
Just saying is all. It's not the first time. Won't be the last. Oh, dear.
It was one whiteout experiment. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear. Like Homer, he's got the nub of a crayon stuck in his brain. Right.
In the brain. It's up my nose.
Yeah. Fair enough. I did used to like the smell of Crayola crayons when I was little.
Freshly out the box, Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that was a pause where we all imagined crayons and the smell.
We don't do awkward pauses anymore. We do pauses about crayons.
I was listening to a radio show today, and that's what they were talking about. It's about how the sense of smell, and they were asking people to,
yeah.
they were asking people to phone in, and it was like smells that take them back to their youth, and it was the obvious ones like petrol and tarmac, but there was quite some unusual ones came
put
in.
one on
And I'm sure
Facebook.
somebody said crayons.
Yeah,
Crayons was one of them.
I did put one on Facebook. The smell of the tavern toilets. It's a smell you can see, even after all these years.
You close your eyes, you're there.
Yeah.
You can,
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Well, you just have to hear the words, the toilets at the tavern. And, it was an experience going to those toilets. This is the Fitzroy Tavern.
do you throw up in the mouth a little bit as well when you think back?
No, corner of Windmill Street and Charlotte Street, I think it is. Just off Tottenham Court Road. And it's where, at first Thursday of every month, Doctor Who fans met. And got very, very drunk, past fanzines, and a lot of fandom elites and people who worked on the show used to go there. I believe it's still going when lockdown's off, obviously. But you had to go downstairs. They were underground. And to go downstairs to the toilets, and they were quite small. I don't want to say any more.
No, don't worry. Once lockdown's finished, we're going to Brian's place. His place in Florida, just to get together.
Oh, really? What are we going to do?
Bit of-
A little fishing.
Yeah, you're going to throw beads at people?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Take your clothes off, go swimming.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought.
They got gators. You want to be careful.
That's true. Right. So that was Doctor Who. Well, that was the TV Doctor Who. We love Speared from Space. They haven't released Series 7 on Blu-ray yet, but that's going to be a keeper when that comes out, quite frankly. Right. You probably want to know what TV story we're doing next week. Hang on, he's getting his pen and paper ready.
All right, notepad.
I double-checked with Toby about this one. We're going to look at The Demons. Series 8, John Pertwee. Just been released on the Series 8 Blu-ray box set.
I see what you've done there.
It all comes
I see
falling
it.
to the ground after next week, because for the life of me, I cannot think of any Doctor Who story to parallel the final Quatermass story. I cannot for the life of me.
Any Doctor Who stories featuring hippies that become astral kind of.
You know, with a dystopian future Britain, 20 minutes
Yeah.
into the future.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing there. Toby might be able to come up with something, but I. Where's Alistair tonight, out of interest? We don't have an Alistair. Oh, okay. I bet he's forgotten. As soon as you actually turn round and make him an official host, he forgets. I approve. I really approve.
That's withholding the standard. He's just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, that's
we're with it on this. Oh, that's cool. All right, so that's Beard from Space. Anyway, a 10th Doctor Who, if you like. It's one of two. We're not sure which one it is, actually. It's probably the original. I can't remember the plot of the first story. It's got something to do with time travel, public time travel, like a public
Yep.
service. And the 10th Doctor turns up, as does Anya Kingdom, as does Mark 7. I can't remember the plot. I'm sorry. Episodes.
it's more of a setup, though. The whole premise of it is to bring those three characters together. Mark 7.
The problem I've got is I listened to it 2 weeks ago because Big Finish had a splurt of new releases. The second story in this is a continuation, and the third story is a bit different. They go to Anya Kingdom's house, and there's a mechanoid. Enter, zero, stop. They don't write them like that anymore. But it's very enjoyable, this. And this is going to sound odd, I prefer Tennant on audio than I do on telly, which is bizarre. I think it's because the format, whilst it's different media, the format is almost classic Who.
Classic Who. Yep.
It's not as madcap racing around as the new series is. I could be wrong, but I am appreciating this. This is why I'm looking forward to the Eccleston thing when it comes out. Though he does sound very happy on it, which worries me. He shouldn't do. He should be a grumpy old bastard. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed Dalek Universe box set 1. The Daleks appear in it for about 5 seconds, but as I said last week, the title is the giveaway. It's not just the Daleks, it's the universe they're in and around them. You know, the universe building of the special space security. You know, Terry Nation did all this. And they're slowly piecing it together. So it is a coherent universe. That's what I'm thinking they're doing. Obviously, there is a Dalek plan somewhere down the thing to do with time travel and this, that, and the other. But that's just part of it. It's yeah. I'm really looking forward to the second box set, quite frankly. Like Anya, trying to redeem her past, and seeking forgiveness. You've got Mark 7 just being Mark 7. How do you describe a robot?
He's an android, but
Is the name-
again, it's not played like I am an automaton.
Well, no, he's. I mean, it's quite frankly, it's a great character.
Yep.
You know, it's performed brilliantly. Anyway, Brian, you go on this one first because you didn't last time.
That's okay because I didn't listen to this one. Remember?
Fuck you, Brian. Eddie. So you didn't watch the TV, Quatermass. You didn't listen to the Big Finish.
No, I listened to Big Finish. I just didn't listen to the right one.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we've got to
That's
do
why
a
we can do
second.
a double done.
We're going to do another review after this one. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit and corruption. Eddie.
I'm struggling. These are great stories, well written, and you've just basically kind of the conundrum I've got in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking Tennant for me there's an element of that doesn't sit quite right into this, and I think you've answered it because this is classic Who written and bringing Tennant in. I think he needs to kind of adjust his performance just a little bit.
I thought he
To make
had.
it- No, I don't know. I kind of struggled with the elements of it. The first story, again, I watched it. I listened to it earlier on in the week, and I'm kind of struggling for the plot around it. But I think you covered it in terms of there's Mark Gatiss' character has got a mechanism to actually create public time. open up tourist time travel as a tourist opportunity.
Yeah.
But the whole premise of that first episode is just to bring the 10th Doctor together with Anya and Mark 7. The centre story, which is the one that is that's the one that's the keeper. That's the one that's there. The character in it is fascinating. The premise in it is fascinating. I really can't say too much because I could totally spoil it for
Exactly.
anybody who wants to listen to it.
Yeah.
But it's a fascinating premise. It's got lots of twists. And then when you get the final premise of what this is in, and it's kind of like, oh, this is good. This is really good. And I never saw it coming.
Okay.
I hope I've been vague enough, Siobhan. I've not
Yeah,
spoiled
you've been great.
anything.
You've been wonderful. That's very
Yeah.
vague. That's
But that's and then obviously the final episode in the trilogy. Again, I'm actually struggling. What was the premise? What was the
basically they got raided by pirates
Yes.
who were using a particular sort of weapon. They got rescued, and they found themselves on the property of the Kingdom family with her father there.
Yeah.
Who she didn't
Yeah.
get on with her father because he basically let her mother die.
Yeah.
However, her
So
father.
that would have been Sarah Kingdom then. So this is Sarah Kingdom's
no, this is Sarah Kingdom's niece.
right. Okay.
You had Sarah, you had Brett, and I can't remember what they called her mother.
I think a lot of this is backstory. I know we did the prequel last week with Tom and Anya Kingdom, which I thought that I absolutely loved. This is great, and like I said, I don't know. I still can picture David Tennant in the series, and obviously this is written in the classic Who style. Maybe it's me; it's just got to adjust it. But that's the bit that I'm still kind of.
There's going to be
David
lots.
Tennant in
There's
the Big
going to
Finish.
be
It's going to
lots.
take me to get used to it.
Lots more
And
David Tennant.
I think I'm going to be the same with Eccleston as well because I absolutely love Eccleston. Absolutely. I mean, from day one, he came in and basically blasted it and brought Who back.
Oh yeah.
I'm really interested to see how he's going to Big Finish, but it's the thing you said, and it's the thing that worries me about being too cheerful. This is the final Time Lord with the guilt complex.
Hang on. He could be in denial
Hmm.
and overcompensating.
True.
That's an extra piece you can add to the whole survivor guilt. And you know,
Another-
it's in
another
a
read.
timeline that sort of works.
Yeah.
You know, that's at the timeline of grief. The first is denial, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it is anyway. I don't know.
So
It's a
for
stage
me,
of grief.
it's maybe just me having to get used to the fact that Tennant's in audios now. I think that is. This set, though, the middle story, it's a corker.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The first and second story are basically the one story. It'll set up into the second story.
Yep.
And the third one is the family history. And
I
it's
believe
the setup for further adventures.
I believe there are 10 parts to this.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing 3 box sets. In the meantime, an 8th Doctor Who and a 10th Doctor Who, if you like, both see. Oh, this is Dalek. This is Time Lord Victorious. The final piece to it from Big Finish, and I just couldn't get into this at all. The second part with Tennant, I could more. The 8th Doctor basically runs across a psychic creature that just exists to kill. He thinks he's defeated it, and the 10th Doctor comes along. Oops, no, he hasn't.
A week later.
Yeah, relatively speaking. Brian,
Yeah.
come on, you can probably remember this a lot better than I can, because
Okay, the
I
8th
tuned out
Doctor-
on the 8th Doctor one.
The 8th Doctor meets a lady on a planet who is the sole survivor of the planet. Her and her robot butler are there.
Yep.
There's this psychic creature that has killed everyone else on the planet.
Because the
and can
voices-
still hears their screams.
Yes, the voices tell him to.
Yeah. This is a psychotic psychic creature.
This is going to get tricky.
Yeah, a little bit. Really trying not to spoil it.
The psychotic creature did psychometry. We've got to work on that sentence. Keep going.
Well, the robot
Mm-hmm.
is sort of both a jailer and a butler.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason this young lady is still alive. We won't give
Mhm.
any spoilers on that.
Mm-hmm.
Suffice it to say that by the end, she is brought to the Shadow Proclamation.
Yes. For
because
naughtiness.
for the naughtiness,
There was
she
naughtiness.
must still answer for it, but with mercy, she is freed from her burden.
Righty-ho. And the 10th Doctor one.
And the 10th Doctor shows up a week later. He thinks that, no, this plant's been dead for millennia. No, really, a week? See, my whole problem with both of these, the words don't paint the picture. I don't know what the planet looks like. I don't know what the surroundings look like. I can't
However,
tell.
do you need to have everything's basically spoon-fed? Can you not?
That's all they've done, though. It's nothing gets. It's not the spoon feeding, it's the environment. They could be on a
Explain.
space station for all I know. They could be in the middle of black nothingness.
So
all
basically,
I
the
can tell.
location isn't made important enough.
The location where a planet is dead, all the people on the planet are dead.
There should have
It's
been
not
there should have
important.
been a few more crumbling walls and the odd skeleton hand flapping out.
Sound effects, Foley artists, they're important to a story.
We've lost 2 viewers since you started this.
Of course. No, we're up to 4.
No, it's on 2 on mine.
I got
3.
4.
Let's say 3. Come on, let's
Okay, we'll go with 3.
Yeah, 3. That's cool.
Foley artists for a radio story are so important to paint the picture. and we don't
These aren't
have
Foley.
that.
All sound effects are mostly done post.
Yeah, but
So it's a decision of the sound editor, and obviously the director signed off on it.
right, you need to paint the picture. In this instance, you have to do it with words or sound effect. Now, sound effects are done post, fine, okay, whatever. But the words aren't really painting it either. I got the
It's a
intense
tricky
feeling
thing not to say.
that it was just the audio from one of David Tennant's episodes. Because you can tell when he's running, he's huffing and puffing. Where is he running? What is he running down? Is he running down a hall? Is he running in the field? Is he running down the street? I can't tell. It's there's a lot of lack of story, because seeing a good scene, I mean, look at Star Wars. You have beautiful scenery, beautiful effects, but if you take out all that and just have the audio, who cares about it?
So you're saying basically the audio is for a visual medium.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like listening to one of his episodes on tape,
Okay.
and you
I
can't
gotcha.
tell, is this
That's-
happening on a planet? Is this happening in the TARDIS? You can't tell.
Eddie, join me, please.
Oh,
That's
thank
an
you.
excellent flashing blade rant.
That was actually well thought out, considered, and
was.
well executed, Brian.
Who are you and what have
now-
you done with Brian?
Exactly, and that's just you're just making me feel inferior.
1956 is not the only time the pods have opened up.
Can you turn round? Is there a mark on your cheek at any point? No, just checking. Just
But
checking.
there's that huge
No marks.
dirt mark he's got round here.
Yeah. I've been eating Oreos fresh out of the package.
Again? I thought
You
we
know, just
discussed
that-
this.
I just stick my face in and eat
I
them.
know, I remember the mess. I'm just saying. Hey, we've started playing Star Wars The Old Republic. It's a free-to-play, massively multiplayer online game. However, their free-to-play model sucks the big one. My advice, spend the minimum amount of money in the shop you can, and you'll immediately get transferred to a preferred status, they call it, rather than free-to-play, which gives you a lot more options. Toolbars.
Or if you're a returning character player, access your old account, you automatically become preferred.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's useful to know. Oh, that's good. I wonder if Zips... Okay, I don't know. Anyway, because, Zip's character was actually a lot higher than he thought, about level 35, 36. And I'm wondering how long ago that was. Sorry, Zip Vortex, friend of mine. He's an animator. And my God, it's amazing. He did this one piece. It's very short, but it's two people running down an alleyway with a right angle in the alleyway. So they ran down one way and ran up the other. And following them was this fully stop-motion animated monster. Forget your CGI graphics. This thing was... It just looked real. You know, it was brilliant. I mean, this is a few years ago as well. Yeah, Zip is absolutely amazing. I think he's in Denmark at the moment. But there we go. So we're playing Star Wars The Old Republic. Get in touch if you want to join in. Twitter, Facebook, mcfadden@gmail.com. If you want to send us any comments about the Flashing Bloke podcast. I don't know. Anyway, this is where my numbering system makes sense. The second Travis has seen the second Blake, and he kills him dead. Unfortunately, the third Blake now turns up, which confuses the second Travis. Meanwhile, the first Blake... I've been waiting for this episode since we started.
I love how all the Blake's clothes are the same.
Yeah.
Exact same.
Never bat wings.
Blake 1 is a billion miles away on a spaceship. They got his outfit perfect.
Amazing, isn't it? Yes, its weapon. It's the one with the clones of Blake and the introduction of the shouty Travis. Yeah, it's a good one, this one. Basically, a scientist has left a weapons research facility and stolen something. Basically, his own weapon that he developed. And it's also taken a slave with him, who he's freed. Fair enough. He
treats like a slave.
Treats like a slave. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Very much so. Blake and co. sort of hear the security warning and decide, let's investigate. Let's see where he could have gone. And they find him. However, that's exactly what Serverland's after. And because this weapon allows you to mark a target for death without them knowing it. And then you've got the remote control box that you just press it, and in 100 million miles or a million miles, I can't remember which it was.
1 billion miles.
Was it? Was it really? I thought it was 1 million.
1 billion.
Okay. You'll be dead. However, it's very specific because she did press it at one point with Travis next to her, and he didn't die.
Well, you can set it for a specific person.
It wasn't explained though. But this is a good one. This is a fun one. And like I was saying, having the extra Blakes is always a laugh. Sort of. And like I say, the introduction of Shouty Travis, Brian Croucher. Ooh, he's going on a journey this year. Oh, but he is. It'll be a shouty journey, but it'll be a journey nonetheless. A journey of fancy dress and disguise.
At least he has a better eye patch.
And the ultimate betrayal.
I miss old Travis. I like Travis 1.
I didn't like his eye patch. I didn't like Travis 1's eye patch with the hole in it, so you could see. Yeah, no.
Okay, Ed, no, Brian. Start on this. Blake 7. Don't tell us much about the plot. Tell us what you think of it.
What do I think of it?
Come on, you did a really great rank. Serverland.
Serverland. Serverland.
Fuck you.
I'm going to Google Serverland because that sounds like some sort of Poundland shop that you would go to next to B&M.
She should have turned
Serverland.
It's actually a independent country on an oil rig.
At Sealand.
You get discounted servers at Serverland. Reconditioned.
We have all the servers you want at Serverland.
Do you know that would work? Put a hyphen between server and LAN.
Mm-hmm.
It would work.
It will work.
That idea is copyright the Flash and Blade podcast.
We'll get video evidence as well.
We have, yes, if only we did.
It's a shame that the actress isn't around anymore. We could use her as,
She was my first convention interview. Her and Peter Tuddenham.
Oh,
This is at Carousel 1990.
Was she as deliciously mischievous as she appears at this?
Now, I was young. The only interview I had done before that was a few years previously when I was younger with Debbie Watling, which I'd recorded on my little tape recorder.
oh,
And when I was at the tavern, I think my first tavern, I said I just happened to mention I'd done an interview. And Gene Riddler turned around to me and said, "You do interviews? Oh, great. Can you do some interviews up at Carousel?" Yes. Thinking this is my way into Doctor Who fandom. I think it was my very first time at the Fitzroy Tavern. My first introduction to Doctor Who fandom. So I went up there and, like I say, Jacqueline Pearson, Peter Tuddenham. At one point, Peter Tuddenham had to take over because I'd lost control. She was just gone. She was as mischievous as you could hope. Not as mischievous as Terry Walsh turned out to be on the Saturday night. He got a bit squiffy. He started having arguments with other people who stayed in the hotel. Going, I'm Terry Walsh. Because I think he thought I'm guessing he must have thought the whole hotel was filled with Doctor Who fans. But it wasn't.
Oh dear.
And it was very late at night, early morning, and Terry was very loud. Yeah. As introductions go, introductions to fandom go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I enjoyed it though. That's where I first met, Gene, Adam, probably Ian, I'm guessing Ian. John Freeman. No, hang on, was that Freeman? Yeah, it was Freeman. John Freeman, Peter Linford, Cornell. We all sat around on the Saturday evening playing a game of Battle for the Universe, the Doctor Who board game. Except there was too many of us, so we had Gestalt entities. We are the Cyber Leader. Stuff like that. Good times. Good times. I have many memories like this. Yes, I was going to tell you a Navy story tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to. Because we're talking about Blake 7.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. It was subtle. I'm surprised you noticed.
Right back in.
Oh, I'm so crap. Anyway, Eddie, rescue me.
Eddie, save us.
No,
What do you mean, no?
No, I'm not going to save. I'm part of the problem. I'm not part of the solution. How dare you? Again, it's just great stuff. It's the whole premise around this. Around you get 3 Blakes. Not that the first one lasts very long. And I just like the way at the end of this. Spoilers, people. I'm going to spoil the end. It's they've cloned Blake, but they can't because it's not. It's I don't know why how they've managed to clone him.
His body.
Yes, so they can't clone his memories. It's not a case of they can, but he's still underlying it. He's Blake, and he becomes the hero at the end of this because him and the slave girl get control.
Better hero than Blake.
Yeah, he's better than Blake. Yeah, absolutely.
Can we just point out the slave girl has a name?
What was her name? Sorry,
Rochelle.
Rochelle. What a lovely name.
Yeah.
Now, I've probably fallen into the internet trap of correcting somebody and then getting the correction wrong, but...
No, thank you. I deserve
I could
that.
be wrong.
Because Rochelle's a lovely name, and if I ever have a little girl...
Don't make me cancel you, Eddie. It's a cancel culture.
Don't. Not again. Not again.
Oh, dear.
If me and the fictitious wife ever have any more children, which we won't, and a girl we'll call Rochelle. I'm going to write that down,
As
Rochelle.
far as you know.
Oh, no, hopefully not. No more
If your
kids.
imaginary wife has another child, name it Rochelle.
Rochelle.
Why did you have an imaginary child?
Absolutely. But the thing is, if I call it Rochelle, I'll just associate it with the chocolate that the ambassador gives me at Christmas. So, no, I mean, maybe I'll have to rethink that position.
Rochelle.
Ferrero Rochelle.
Yeah.
Well, Ferrero Rocher.
Did anyone else think Avon was terribly disappointed he couldn't kill the clone Blake?
No, don't get that.
He wants to. He basically came out and said, "Blake, you're a moron." This episode.
Well, let's just say that the actual crew don't do themselves many favors in this. The whole thing of them getting hit by the light. I mean, come on! It was like do.
Yeah,
We're all going to stop in exactly the right spot.
like
so we can meet.
That's the thing. They're just standing there, and they go to the middle of this kind of like door. Bang. Next one. Bang. But it's just Rochelle and Blake 3.
Blake 3.
Oh
yes.
Blake 3 are fantastic because it's like they now have a planet. They have a device that's going to protect them, and they can take out Servalan, who's going to be spoilers, people, for later episodes. Is going to end up running the whole.
What
show.
are they going to do for supplies?
They're on a
Well,
planet.
they're going to explore the planet, and they're going to see exactly what natural facilities they have.
Are they going to live happily ever after?
Yes, I like to think that they will. Yeah, I like to think they will, and I like to think that that they will use what's his face, Travis, like Amazon, because it'll be a case of Travis. We need supplies. We want next day delivery. Oh, remember this button? Absolutely.
God, can you imagine the shouting he'd do then?
Glorious shouting.
Oh, dear me.
So, great episode. Like I said, the crew of the Liberator don't come across as... It's not their sharpest performance in terms of...
Blake wants to go do something totally different.
It's completely...
What they're doing.
They just completely...
And Blake's solution to this is, let's get out of here before we can get destroyed. And it's like, we've already established it's got a 1 billion mile radius. He's just incredibly lucky that the right people have got control of that button now.
Yes, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something.
This is not my favourite Blake 7, but it is gloriously stupid and
Right,
it's really enjoyable.
what's next week's?
Good question.
I always ask you.
I know. I should always be prepared.
Yes.
I'm not.
No.
Horizon.
Horizon,
right.
yeah, we're up to single. Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm not sure what this one's about. I'm looking forward to seeing it. The
Have Avon kill Blake already and get it over with. I mean,
I somehow don't think that's going to happen. Blake's the star.
Know.
You know, it would be a tricky one.
He doesn't.
Well, can you imagine everybody else's reactions? Good morning, Blake. Flight deck's looking nice today. Pew! Except Avon wouldn't say that. He'd just say, Blake! And that would be it. Paul Darrow thought of the role as a gunslinger.
He did have a lot of gunslinger stances during this one.
Oh, yeah, he really does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he came in with that thing.
The thing,
yeah.
Right.
The flashlight drawn. I don't know what the hell it is.
It was a thing you just said.
It's not a gun, but the magic wand.
Do you mean the Liberator weapons?
Yes.
Yeah, the tongs.
The magic wand.
The magic wand.
This is where we need Sidious. Sidious has got a Blake 7 gun.
We've boiled down everything now to the basic level of it's a magic wand.
It's a magic wand.
And D, it's Dr. Sinister.
Yes.
Sorry.
Dr. Sinister has a magic wand that...
Now then, the question I need to ask is, how much are you going to pay me for me not to tell him about this mistake? Remembering he has his own nuclear arsenal.
Can I pay you off in chocolate?
Oh, yes.
Sorted then, chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh, that's good.
Right now, I look forward to the cockroaches taking over and look to serve them for long and...
They made oxygen on Mars.
Yes.
How fucking amazing. Well, I say how fucking amazing. It's science.
They also made carbon monoxide on Mars because
Yeah.
that's how they made the oxygen.
Exactly, yeah.
Does this get something to do with Sinister?
No,
Is
no, no,
Sinister
no, no,
making
no, no, no,
that?
no, no.
Oh,
The
it's a
latest
plan
Mars mission.
Yeah.
They've launched.
I know there was a wee helicopter.
Yeah,
They got a
they've
remote
now
helicopter.
made oxygen.
Wow.
They have a little device on the rover or whatever it's called.
I'm just so upset. I'm all right. It's exciting that we're seeing these developments, but I want to go to the moon. I want to go to space.
Well,
Just
they
a
think
ball a
that
bit too early, unless
they
of
can
course tomorrow's a nuclear war.
They could send more of those devices, larger in size, to the planet in order to create more oxygen. Because they went through and it needs like 15,000 pounds of oxygen.
What, to actually turn the atmosphere of Mars?
No, to get people back. They need like 55,000 pounds of oxygen in order to make enough rocket fuel to get back to Earth. Because before we send people up there, we have to figure out a way to get them home.
So is this the start of terraforming Mars for human life?
I don't know, but that's exciting, isn't it?
Thought, isn't it?
I would
So
love that.
obviously NASA have been watching Quatermass 2 as well, because obviously they've stole the idea from the guy who wrote Quatermass, but just thought we'd reverse it. We'll make the
It's
planet-
everywhere.
I
God
didn't
damn it! It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
that was taking the premise of Total Recall from it. Because
creeping
we're
menace.
fucked otherwise.
The creeping menace. That's what it is.
Three-fingered aliens.
Well, we haven't seen Ambassadors of Death yet, and we haven't done an Ice Warrior story yet.
So does that mean
Never
then
went to Mars either with the
what was the
Aliens.
program? What was the Mars thing that Rock Hudson was in the TV adaptation?
Martian Chronicles.
So the Martian Chronicles,
Is it
we're the
Bradbury?
aliens. We're the aliens.
Great Bradbury Theater, yeah.
Mind blowing.
Where the aliens?
Mind blowing.
Terry
We
Nation.
are.
Really?
Yeah.
Terry Nation didn't. Oh dear, that wasn't an original thought. Who'd have thunk it? Hey, we finished
Ray
reviewing shit. True. Yeah, that is true.
So we discovered that 6 degrees from Quatermass for everything that's been written in the science fiction genre.
This is a great one to do to
Oh.
Toby.
We've got it. Toby's got to be able to
the
work that
6
out.
degrees of Quatermass 2. We name an actor and see if he can link them. Or the 6 degrees, Quatermass in general.
Yeah, Quatermass in general.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm sure he'll be really happy about this.
Yeah, let's start off with the John Mills Quatermass because that's just all over the shop. So let's see how we can do it with that one first.
Well, that's just it. We just basically the whole
Quatermass.
the whole of the Quatermass
Oh,
canon
wait a minute.
as
Yeah.
one. He has to link. Yeah, we'll sort something out. I don't know. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, next week's Big Finish. No idea.
Oh,
If we haven't had anything drop, I'll send you the Torchwood story Gooseberry, which is out at the moment. We haven't done any Torchwood, which I don't think we have.
we did the standalone Captain Jack with Jackie, which was great. I really like that, but we've not done Torchwood.
I've no idea what's dropping this week. That's the trouble. Whilst they have a coming soon section, you're not quite sure what order they're in. So you don't know what's going to come out.
I've got the Space 1999 stuff to listen to. I'm going to listen to that this week.
Nice.
Yeah,
No, it's
I'm
it's
thinking of
good.
re-listening to the Black Tapes.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
To the Black Tapes.
Yes. It's a podcast. It's a radio drama podcast.
Righty.
You would like it.
You see, people who say that to me don't know me.
Okay. All right. You would hate it.
Don't
Fair
listen
enough.
to it, Sean.
That's good.
Don't listen,
That's great. Yep, that's fine. Thank you.
especially at night when you're all
Siobhan,
alone.
did you get a chance to watch any Invincible?
No, not yet. I
Don't watch that. Don't watch that either. Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Don't
like
watch it. Don't watch it
Yeah,
at all.
don't
You
watch
hate
it at all.
Right,
You can't watch it.
That's Amazon, isn't it?
Yes.
That's good.
I'll give
It's
it a shot.
amazing.
I will give it a shot. Definitely. If I remember.
Now, I know you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes. Spoilers, by the way, coming up for Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Spoilers. Incoming spoilers.
Turn off now if you don't want to be spoiled.
It wasn't it brilliant? Oh,
He had the outfit on and came flying in.
But we liked it.
You did. Did you? Oh,
Oh,
okay, good.
That speech. It was just.
That was the perfect speech. That
People
was
are complaining
everything
about this
you needed him
episode,
to
though.
say.
The
How
not,
can people can complain about that episode? People just can't. I'm not happy.
the
Yeah,
not
I
my
know,
doctor
right? They're
lot
saying-
would hate that. They'd hate Jodie
They're
saying
back
something
saying
like that.
not my captain. What the hell?
But I mean, this is what happened in the comic books. There was a
Yeah.
swell of
Oh, they
opinion
did.
against
He
Sam.
was Captain America in the comics.
Hmm.
In the comics, he had an outcry about it, and the fans went crazy about it.
But ask Sean in the chat, right? There is nobody that's a bigger Steve Rogers Captain America fan than me, and I absolutely loved this.
Mhm.
Did you read the one where he got turned into a werewolf?
No.
I have that one.
Oh, and someone barked just then.
It's hard to be
I'm sorry.
outside.
I have
brilliant.
both of those issues.
My dog on command. Listen to that, yeah. There's a
So
yeah.
it originally is 2 issues long.
I think the actual character itself is
then-
quite dull, but it provides an excellent means to tell a good mystery story.
Well-
I don't read a lot of comic books, but the last one that I did read was Captain America, and it was the one where everything's warped and he's actually part of Hydra. That
Yeah.
was glorious. That was fantastic.
Was that the Secret Empire type thing?
Yes, Secret Empire.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've got that. And my Marvel hardbacks, which if I die go to Brian. That's
Oh.
gonna be. You're gonna have one hell of a postage bill. I'm just saying. Posting one to America is going to be enough, but posting several hundred, it's a worry, if I'm honest. I say it's a worry. I won't be around.
You won't worry about it.
No. You get on my Doctor Who stuff,
But-
Eddie,
Falcon. Oh, thank you.
in
thank
the
you.
hope that it actually helps.
Yeah. Don't take this the wrong way. I hope to not receive it for many years.
That's fair.
This is an inheritance thing I don't want.
It's going to happen at some stage, for fuck's sake. I could have a sudden brain embolism right now and thud. Luckily,
What do you mean
I
you
mean, I'll be
haven't?
dead, but at least there'll be people there to call people, and make sure my animals aren't done, because I'm sure you two would sort something out. Whilst
Absolutely.
my slumped body
yeah,
is here,
yeah.
Twitch streaming, and will Twitch stream
I'll leave
for
you
quite
sitting
some
there
time until somebody breaks into the flat to turn the Twitch stream off.
We'll be sitting here waiting for the cats to eat you
Yeah, that's going to happen. That is my fear.
on
That
stream.
is my fear.
I'm sure we'll get a lot of viewers for it.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
If you'd like to see Auntie dying eaten by cats,
I've died many times, trust
comment
me.
below.
Oh, yes.
Subscribe and comment below about.
So yeah, I'm going
Did
to try
I
and
agree
call
to
it. So,
this?
Yes,
Okay, then.
it's in your contract.
read the small print, Siobhan. Read the small print.
Bless you. You think I have a contract? Dear God. Yes, I'm so sorry. Somebody was about to say something.
No, it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Sorry, I'm
it was a
tapping my
bit-
leg.
There was issues a light less, but that final episode and the reveals and what Walker becomes, I don't want to spoil it too much. And the Contessa and just the extra bit at the end in setting up Captain America 4, the film. Bro,
Captain
come
America
on, what plaudits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It'd be nice if we could. Oh, well, no, because we already had Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So,
Right.
But the things they are slowly setting things up, and apparently the TV series are going to have impacts on the film thing.
which is good because
Yeah.
they stopped that with Agents of
They
Shield.
did, which annoyed me. So
And a potential Dark Avengers series or film off the back of this as well.
possibly,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, they set up stuff, and of course we got to see him again, and I love him so much. It's Batroc the Leaper. They always say, "It is I, Batroc the Leaper," and they'd write it out in phonetic French English.
played by George St. Pierre of the UFC fame. Oh, it's just ticks boxes for me all over the
'Cause,
show.
I mean, he was in in Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Is
And a very accomplished mixed martial artist, Siobhan. Very accomplished.
Hang on.
He
Is that? It is. It's Batroc the Leaper. I have had so much fun watching this. I really have. Probably for the wrong reasons. Yes, the speech was wonderful. I know it was very in your face, and I don't give a shit about that. You've heard what I've said about things like that before. The more in your face, the better. Yes, a lot of fun. A lot of ghosts laid to rest for some characters.
Yes.
A surprise
You have
twist
to-
for one of the characters, which I have to admit didn't make much sense, but fair enough. But yes, what about you?
Did you notice that Zemo crossed his own name off of Bucky's list?
And he got rid of the
And
flag
he got
hunters.
rid of the super soldiers.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting. Yes, Zemo's a very interesting character. It's going to be...
I think
he's one that they must not let slip through their fingers.
I think they're going to be doing a Thunderbolts too.
So what was Zemo? Because hang on, it was Zemo who was the original leader of the Thunderbolts, wasn't it? It wasn't Osborn. It was Zemo. Oh, that's interesting. I think Screen Rant were trying to match up the Osborn Avengers, not from the from the Dark Avengers period, yeah. But it was the sequel to that, where he tried again. And he'd given himself super adaptoid genetics or something, and they overloaded him to stop him. But he'd created his own little Avengers there as well. Don't know what the point was I was trying to make. But yeah, Zemo, I've got the first few issues, well, in hardback, of the Thunderbolts, the initial Thunderbolts, because they got brought in during the
Heroes Reborn.
the whole Heroes Reborn nonsense.
That everybody was missing. Yeah.
Nice
They
touch.
took over the Fantastic
Nice
Four's,
touch.
headquarters.
And the big thing being that at the end of it, a lot of them just quite like being heroes.
Yeah, they found that, they enjoyed what they were doing.
Yeah,
And
that's not so much the Osborn thing. Though Scar shafted him.
God just bent them over. Oh no, I'm really working for Captain America. Wait, what?
Spoilers.
So when do we get Loki? That's what I want to know. 'cause
7
I
weeks.
can't wait.
7 weeks, I believe.
7 weeks?
I believe so. It's not soon enough.
It's like 2 months. It's summer when we get Loki.
7 weeks. Too long.
I know, it's too long.
What am I going to do?
They need minimum next week.
I was honestly thinking, was the Disney Plus subscription worth it? Because the only thing really worth watching it was annually getting The Mandalorian, but now with the Marvel stuff, it's just well.
Oh yeah, no, I have found it worth it because I've watched other stuff as well.
Oh, the Star thing they've added on Star Plus.
Yeah.
That stuff that's amazing. I mean, stuff you would never associate with Disney.
And also, it's a case of hang on a second, you don't have to pay for it. It's not an extra subscription.
No, it's not an extra subscription. It's just an
It's
add-on.
there.
Yeah.
They have the old scary Disney stuff now too.
You mean the racist stuff?
No, like Candlestick, Escape to Witch Mountain,
Ooh,
Return to Witch Mountain.
Yes, I remember those.
The Black Hole's on it now.
So would it help for me to watch The Black Hole for a role-playing session?
No.
Okay, I'm going to
Do
watch The
not
Black
watch
Hole.
it.
It's been a very long time since I've seen it, so I'd probably sit down and enjoy it for a little bit. Perhaps I
I'm
should.
stealing the entire plot for our RPG from it.
There was video proof of that. So yeah, at that point we're doing the RPG next Saturday. Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'll be around. I'll be streaming on this Twitch channel. I don't know who I'll be playing with, either Brian or Zip, maybe both. It'd be nice. I'm hoping Spanky will, but I don't think he will.
I think Spanky's more into DDO,
DDO?
Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Oh, it's his latest crush, is it? Fair enough. I
He
can
put a
believe that.
post in Paragon.
Isn't that new? Well, Dungeons and Dragons Online. God, that's taking me back.
I know. It's old. It's old school.
Oh man, I want to look into that at some stage.
Find it. Yeah, there we go. Paragon United. Also, there are some DDO and other games being played. If anyone ever stops in here anymore and has any interest, put down whatever you're playing.
Star Wars: The Old Republic. Me, Brian. Okay, shall we go?
Yeah, I think we've done enough.
You think we've done enough?
Yeah,
So,
no, people are confused enough as is.
People are getting antsy. To be honest with you,
How many are still people are still in the chat?
Well, it
That's
says
always a
two.
good
It
guide.
says two, so I don't know.
Well, we got two viewers, but in the chat, I don't know, maybe 3,
Nah, I don't care.
including myself. Two normally.
Anyway, awkward pause time, folks.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.